So what's your name
My name is Michael Chesson.
and what do you do?
I am a speaker, writer, communicator, and have the awesome privilege to lead an organization, a registered charity here in Canada, that's making a difference in the lives of thousands of students, parents, and teachers. And I couldn't think of anything better, along with my family, to put my life and my work into this to hopefully help as many students, parents, and teachers connect. It's called Access 52. And this is a highlight reel of January 2020 of what we did to make a difference in the lives of students and parents and teachers. I think my favorite part of every event is that though we kind of have a structure to the event, every event is so different because every event is filled with different people, different places in life that they are. Though we have that structure that I talked about, we want to make it unique to every place that we go to. And so we walk in there, we take a moment to get set up, and then we just kind of walk the halls sometimes, or I'll make a point to go talk to some teachers, talk to some students. How's it going? How's school here? How's the event? What are you looking forward to? Just to somehow try to get a bit of an understanding of really what is at the heart of what we're about to walk into.
We have just wrapped up our first event of 2020. We are excited for this first half of the year. We're focusing on the still under construction tour. These hallways, all these lockers means that somebody's name is attached to that. And today we got to hit about 300 or 400 young people. It was amazing with a message of hope, hopefully motivated, challenged, and inspired. We are excited for a great year. We're excited for you to be a part of the journey with us. Let's go.
I think it's hard actually to, as a communicator, like I can't change my story.
Yeah.
Right? That's what makes me who I am today. And I've shared this before that, who I was 10 years ago is different than who I am today. And so I have to keep reminding myself as well, is that though I may have been to this school before in a previous year, the group of students that we're talking to is a complete different group of students. They've never maybe heard me before. And I feel too that maybe some of the teachers or some of the staff have heard the stories before, but that's a challenge for me to realize that though we're having an event for a student or for parents, like we constantly want to be coming up with new content and new stories. But at the core of it, it's our story that makes the greatest difference. It makes the greatest impact. And so how we tell that story can change. Maybe we can amplify certain parts of that story, but overall, it's always neat to watch what happens in an event, because typically when we go into a school, it's you've got anywhere from 300 to 500, sometimes upwards to 1,000 people that are placed either in a gym or in a theater. They don't necessarily want to be there.
Yeah.
And my job in the first 5 minutes is just diffuse whatever it is they walked in with, to say, let's rally around an idea, something that we can all rally around, even though we're different belief systems, different backgrounds. I think the reality of being able to be inspired is something that resonates with everybody, because if we're inspired, all of a sudden our purpose gets amplified. And when our purpose gets amplified, our actions always follow. And so that's my job as the communicator when we start that event, is to, we're all in there, oh, is this going to be boring? Or is it going to try to get me to believe what he believes, or, act how he acts? And the answer is no. You'd only be a cheap imitation. And so to be able to somehow realize that we're all individuals here that have gifts and talents, I want to draw that out. And in that first 5 minutes, whether it be through telling a story that I've told 1,000 times, or I realize, man, there's something that we got to talk about here and now, and it might not reach everybody, but it's going to reach somebody. Nights like tonight are very special to me for a couple of reasons. Over the past 10 years in our specific organization, we have stood with thousands upon thousands of young people, learning their story, sharing our stories. And in just a few minutes, these seats are going to be filled up with many parents from across this district here in Calgary. And we're excited to share a brand new message tonight entitled Parenting in a Distracted World. I'm excited to share some of this content, but what I'm most excited about is being able to talk with the parents after, just to see if there's what are the moments that connected, that they can relate to, but also what are the moments that they never thought of, so that we can use this content that these students gave us to make a difference and an impact in the lives of the families across this district. Are we going to get bumped up a little bit? Yeah. You heard about bubble wrapping your kids, right? You ever tried it? It's funny. No, don't do that. Okay. And there's a big difference between time and priority, by the way. You see, we've all got 24 hours today, 1,440 minutes, 86,400 seconds. Hopefully we get the whole moment of it. But it's not a time management issue. It's a priority management issue. What you prioritize will be put on your calendar. What's a priority to you, you will get done, by the way.
So how did you find the evening?
So good. Always. Michael speaks with such authenticity. He comes from a place of faith. He speaks with his heart. It's fantastic. As a parent, I feel like we always need reminders that our kids are the greatest gifts we have from God, and we got to treasure every moment with them. And that's what tonight reminded me of. I'm going to go home and hug my kids, say a prayer with them, because I love them.
What was your favorite tip that you gave?
I think the favorite tip he gave me was the idea of learning to be silent and not being afraid of silence.
How did you guys find the evening?
It was amazing. The content was so relevant and so thought-provoking.
What was the biggest thing that you took away from tonight?
I thought it was really interesting. It's so simple, but to ask questions, just to keep asking questions and never stop. They just want to have that touching base.
connection.
Yeah, it's amazing.
When I think about how important these nights are, I find myself as a parent almost talking to myself and listening to this stuff. And I find it helpful. And for me as the communicator that's up on the stage, the things that matter most to me is when I get face to face with the parents and listen to the things they're going through, of how things connect, how things maybe didn't really come across the right way so we can become better at what we do. I want to thank the Calgary Catholic School District and the Board of Trustees for having me. What an amazing night, what an amazing district, and I'm honored to be able to speak and be a part of this community with you, and look forward to coming to many more school communities across the country very soon. Let's go. Oh, you got the keys.
Oh, you got the keys.
I don't know.
I got the keys.
I got the keys.
Oh yeah, man, we just made our way to Brooks. We came the night early to meet up with the production team. And what a difference, man. I'm super fired up, excited. It's always good to work with people that believe in what you're doing, and sometimes our foundation, like our core beliefs might not necessarily align, but there's something about things that connect us, and these guys are excited to work with us. And he said something really cool. That the principal came and met us, and he said, everybody's taking something away tomorrow, myself included. And so just to have that kind of heart, that kind of attitude with these guys, they're amazing to work with. I think these students are in for a pretty special day tomorrow. I'm excited.
Thank you.
So I guess you take pictures.
Yeah, just follow around Michael with the camera, take some photos. Yeah. Used to the camera?
Mike, are you in there, Mike?
His name is Daryl and Darren.
Daryl and Darren.
What's my name?
D&D production? Was it? Huh? He said, "What's my name?" Me and Jan are best friends, man. We've been friends way back.
Now.
Today we are in Calgary. Yesterday we were about 2 hours from Calgary, and today we're wrapping up this little short stint of events. We are at St. Albert the Great Junior High School. We've got the great band from Texas with us today, and this gym is about to be packed. They've actually invited a few other schools to come in, so we're looking at about 550 grade 5, grade 9 students. I'm expecting nothing less than insanity in a good way, and excited to share a great message of hope today.
Yeah, if I had to pick one highlight from January, I remember we were out of town at an event, and I had just got done with the message, and I take usually about 5 minutes to kind of just regroup and get kind of reset. And I walked down the hallway, and there was a young girl kind of at a table with a teacher, and she asked me to come over, and I said, sure. She goes, I liked your story, but it made me sad. And just out of curiosity, I said, well, why did it make you sad? And she goes on to tell me a story about her dad that had passed away a few years ago. And you could tell that she was emotional from it. And I remember saying, well, what would your dad say if he were right here, right now, standing next to me, looking at you? And I'll never forget this little girl. I mean, these tears welled up in her eyes. And she says, I think, number one is he'd tell me that he loved me. And number two, that he's proud of me. And I looked at that girl and I said, I think you're right, and I want you to know that we love you, and we're proud of you too. I remember giving her a hug, walking away saying, man, if we just go through the motions and do what we do because we've always done it, and we don't take time to pause and to have moments like that, that moment this past month really echoed, deep in my heart, but it also, echoed on the drive home, and is echoing now, obviously.